with me here. Good evening, truck and tractor pool fans. Hey, the lights are still on.
You got your backup generator ready, or
no? It's down in the shop. But thanks for joining us tonight. I glanced up real quick. I'm like, holy crap! That's as soon as the music started, it just hit. It's like over 20. It's dropped a couple, but it'll pick up. Anyway, like, subscribe, share. We got a lot of stuff to talk about tonight. Again, we're doing I'll say historical, but a history show. But we got some live, hot off the press information for East Coast Pro Pulling, Mr. Dave Moore. But before we get started with that, we got Bill Grove again. We've got Duane Martin, whatever you want to call him. We got Klub Kendra, and of course Dave Moore from East Coast Pro Pulling. And what is going on, Dave? What is the buzz?
Well, it's kind of crazy the last 4 or 5 days here. I've been talking to some promoters, and basically we got 3 more hooks at the Beast of the East this year with Matt and Duane, and three hooks in Delaware, 3 hooks in Berryville with Brad Boy. I talked to him. I finally got with him this afternoon, and he gave me his dates, and all the dates fit. So, I mean, we're good to go. And I mean, pullers are hot and heavy on the Beast of the East, Duane.
Yeah, we're really excited about it.
And the diesel trucks. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll be having hot farm and diesel trucks, and we're really excited about it. This has been a couple of years in the making, and it's finally happening this year. So I think we're going to have an excellent show.
Plus 3 in one day. That's 6 hooks.
There you go.
I don't know if John Smith's watching or not, but I need to tell him
about
that,
this. John Smith. There you go.
I just got it finalized.
He ain't even dry yet.
I just got it finalized.
I'm pumped, man. It pumps me up.
Yep.
I'm telling you. This is awesome. I'm glad Berryville worked out, and I'm really super glad that the Beast of the East worked out.
Yep.
What's next? There's actually a little secret reasoning behind this. I was kind of afraid I was going to lose JR from being up at the pools, so we decided we'll bring East Coast in to make sure JR shows up.
You know I'll be there if I can be there, though. If I'm not falling off of hay wagons or something, I'll be there.
There you go.
So, hay's done for this guy. I don't do that no more. So no help, and I ain't getting any younger. So, Mike Walker, evening. How are you? Lynn Clark, hi. Okay. Anyway,
you need to go ahead and tell Mike Walker to put those pools on his schedule.
Yeah, Mike Walker. You will be needed for those Beast of the East pool. Any of them, all of them. Just clear your schedule.
Yeah, clear your schedule.
We're going to be busy, son. But anyway, last week we got halfway through the photos, so I clipped those and removed them for tonight's photo deal before we play the video. And the lights just went out on me. I don't know what to say. I don't know what happened. But as soon as they logged off, literally within 10 seconds, the lights come back on, and I got the computer restarted and shut the show down. So crazy stuff. Yes, I paid my electric bill. I always pay my electric bill. So, but we'll go ahead and anything going on, Kendra, on your end?
Nope, business as usual over here. Getting ready for Christmas. Getting ready for tax season.
Keystone is brewing. I'll put it at that. Obviously, I resigned, but I've been talking with Jess and the website for ticket buyers, and they've been ringing my telephone, sending messages. By Friday, they hopefully will have the website up, running, full bore, ready for you to purchase tickets by Friday. That's the plan. So, other than that, just keep an eye on the website. They're building a new website. Hi, Brian Morrison, and it's not quite finished yet, but in the next couple of days it should be. So,
Nice.
Yep.
Exciting things there.
There's a lot of exciting things there. There's a lot of upset people. I'm not going to get into that, but you know what? I was there. I've been there for 17 years, and the shows get longer and longer and longer, and we're all getting older and older and older. You know, I wasn't too happy filming until almost 3 o'clock in the morning on finals night, especially when I was sick as a dog. I was ready to get the food, but it's not their fault. It happened. It's over with, and they're just trying to fine tune.
And what a lot of people forget is there's a lot more that goes into a pool than just the track.
Absolutely.
There's parking situations. There's volunteers. Volunteers are a huge.
Yeah.
You know, everybody says, look at all these other indoor pools. Go look at the volunteer base that those people have.
Volunteers aren't machines. We're human beings. We get tired too.
Yeah.
You know,
so,
especially those guys out there running around the pit building all day or the building. So,
yeah. And
but anyway,
there's this. There's that factor too. So I know there's a lot of people upset. The committee, the committee's not happy about making cuts, but there's a lot that goes into a pool that's beyond hooking to the sled. So especially in the indoor pooling world, there's
indoor,
lot
yeah. If you, it only takes 1 or 2 malfunctions to ruin an indoor pool for the night. Trust me.
And if anybody would like to buy a big abandoned warehouse along the 81 stretch, I'm sure the Keystone Committee would like to have a conversation with you about putting on an indoor pool at that.
There's plenty of them around, isn't there?
Yeah. So go ahead.
Every corner.
They're sickening, yeah.
And I meant to contact you earlier about the Shipshawana thing, Kendra.
Oh, yeah.
The Midwest Winter Nationals is safe. I believe their show's still going to go on next month.
They already had a signed contract, and I guess it's within the amount of days of the sale or whatever's happening.
Yeah, but from what I gather, that's it. That's going to be the last motorsport event at that arena.
So what was their reasoning? They just need it cleaned up, and they do a lot of indoor stuff, or how?
New ownership is what I was told.
Oh, okay.
That'll happen. That'll do it.
And if the new owner doesn't like truck and tractor pulling, then
Guess
he
what?
doesn't have to put truck and tractor pulling in it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started on this because I know it's going to take up the rest of the 45 minutes or so, however long it takes. Bill Grove, are you okay tonight?
I'm fine.
I've got his volume turned all the way up on my end, and he's got his. It's pretty much turned up all the way on his end. So,
see, I can tell a difference from last week. So,
you can't believe how long it took me to figure that
out. That's funny. Mike Walker said done. Are you like done as in you're done, or?
No, that was whenever we were talking about putting on the schedule.
Oh.
Putting Beast of the East on the schedule.
Gotcha.
Mike ain't done.
No. I knew that.
He's the glutton for punishment. He'll always come back for more.
Absolutely. Brian Morrison. Okay. All right. Let's get going with this stuff here. So I'm just going to kind of do what we do. You got something to talk about, I'll hit the pause button and you can, if you got a story or something. And just to the stage. Mr. Grove.
That is Tim Robert. Well, back up.
I can't back up. It kind of got through there pretty quick.
Where the single engine we were looking at is there. That's Tim Robinson. That's Courtney Robinson's dad. That was his first tractor. He called it the Windbag. He had a single balloon in it.
What was it called?
The Windbag.
The Windbag.
That was the name of the tractor.
Only
wind
Tim
bag.
would come up with that name.
And probably what he called his wife at the time.
Oh boy.
So
I
anyhow,
am not responsible for Kendra's comments.
Yeah.
I know Tim, and I know he would appreciate that.
anyhow, he's moved up quite a bit over the years. But
Oh,
that
yeah.
was his tractor.
Okay.
Now you can move on, JR.
I am working on it. Try not to hit the wrong buttons here.
I guess
I would
that's the
say that's
judge.
a
There's a
national-
judge on it. Yeah, that'd be a national for what the judge of. What's her name?
Ron Bargy.
Barger.
Bargy.
Yeah, Barger.
Bargy.
Yeah. And that'd be a national tractor too. I'm not sure who that might be. Maybe Howland.
Well, we kind of. It could be. I see that red fuel tank here or whatever.
Yeah, I'd say because there's Art Offens is parked next to it. That's Tom and Dick Zimmerman's tractor.
Yep.
344.
I pulled against them in the open class at the Buckville.
Yep, 9 open. They run at 7 and 9 before.
Yep.
Mike Walker's keeping pace with National Pullers Force.
So the middle tractor, the last tractor was Heilman.
Yes, John Howman's.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's another pair. Art Offens. Everybody knows that tractor.
All right.
The beer can special.
Yeah. That'd be a national tractor too. That wasn't local. Okay, twin turbo Allison.
All right, Walker. Here's your time to shine. You know what? Yeah, never mind. It's not what I thought it was.
It's got Schindler written all over it.
This
Those
is
Noctis, Sassy Nasty. That's the one that Elton Towns drove. Wind blown. We were talking last week, Dave, about the lugs on the tires, and as you can see, all this stuff has got tremendous lugs on it.
Yeah.
there's some photos coming up that are black and white. You'll see how tall some of the lugs are. This is an easy one.
Yeah.
Call him out, Grove.
What's that?
Call this driver out here.
It's Mike Huff.
That is Mr. Mike Koff,
Yep.
previous
that Mike-
owner of Buck Motorsports Park. Yep, the Big Blue,
Is
The
that
last
Mike
version.
putting gas in it?
the last version of the tractor.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Might be wrong. Don't look like that.
Who was the boy that was cutting tires back then?
Sean. Sean.
Yeah. Yeah. Long dark hair. Yep.
Yeah, Sean.
Is there a story to this?
No, it's just he everywhere that tractor went, he was there, and like you said, the cleat, man, back in the day, the cleats, all they did was took the back heel off of them and then put an edge on the front. They had 3-inch cleats. Well, not 3 inches, but they looked like it. But you know, we didn't turn them fast.
Didn't turn them fast and pulled heavy sleds.
Yep, absolutely.
Sleds were hard to start and hard to pull, and
People don't realize you could win the pull at 150 feet. You know, many times back then. We had trouble with back in the Thomas brother days when they put slipper clutches in their 40-20s. They won a lot of pulls because some of the red guys didn't have slippers, and they couldn't get them started, and they just smoked their clutch, and they won the pull at 150 feet. So.
There you go. That's Big Blue.
Greg
again.
says Big Blue became Owen's Ramblin' Rose.
and
Mike just said it,
there's
said-
Zelensky's tractor.
Yep, Mike just said it too.
What was that, Bill?
Detroit V12 Detroit.
Didn't that go to the semi up next to Tom Lindsay's and go in
Yeah,
his semi
yeah.
the motor? Yep.
Maybe
No,
one of the flocks.
Went to Flocks. It went
Yeah.
to Flocks.
One
Guy or
Fox.
J.R.
Yep.
Fox.
Yeah, yeah. And then he sold the rear end to Tommy Bedford, and his first component tractor he built had that rear end.
Okay.
It's kind of curious what the horsepower was of this little Detroit.
It ran good. It was a 7.9 tractor, and
Yeah. There's this tractor actually broke in half one night at the Buck.
Oh no.
And I'll tell you a story about that. We were out gathering weights off the front of it, and Andy and I pulled, and we always count each other's weights, you know. And you watch, if Andy had 6 weights up front, I knew I had to put 8 up or whatever. It was always one. Well, anyhow, I went to pick a weight off the front of it to clear it off the track. Feet in the air because it only weighed about 3 pounds. He had a wooden weight. He had a black painted wooden weight on the front.
It's a little head game going on there. You know? The old dude was the name of that.
You
tractor.
talked about breaking it in half. I was at the staging area when Mike Wright's 1066 broke in half at the finish line at the Buck, Duane.
Yeah.
And that was the one happened there, and one happened CC. It pulled a 560 alcohol. He was in Ohio somewhere, and his blowed apart the same night. And then TPA stopped all tractor pulling until everybody had steel flywheels in.
Yeah, that ended gas flywheel.
Yep.
That's the Glory Seeker was Mike Wright's track. That actually happened right in front of us where we were sitting top row of the grandstand that night.
Yeah,
As a young kid, that was my favorite red tractor back in the day.
Yep.
You know, the Glory
He was
Seeker.
tough.
Then Tommy
Yeah.
Middleton bought it. It was a Tomcat. But, yeah.
Mike was
It
tough.
was like,
that,
no.
Yep.
That kind of ruined my night. And then those Boonesboro John Deere started showing up. Ooh, they were tough.
Who invited them to the party?
Now, I got some minis, so I don't know if Bill or anybody's going to know who some of these
I
minis
can't tell you minis.
Yeah. I know back then, it'd be Denny Hurst would be running. Kevin Stauffer ran back then as well.
Roger Dice.
If I'm not mistaken, a little bit of trivia here. The very first Bowling Green Ring winner in modified mini was Kevin Stauffer. I'm pretty sure that. I remember having a conversation with him about that.
I kind of remember hearing that trivia too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was the first Bowling Green Ring winner with the modified minis.
Hank and Chris Station from Jersey's dad used to run a mini, and he had come after me right away when I released these, wondering if I had a picture of his dad's tractor, but I think there was only 3 mini pictures in the bunch.
That tractor there was Hale Woodward's.
Hale Woodward?
Hale Woodward's first tractor. He had Chevys later, but
yes,
he was from New Hampshire. He was up.
He was up in the Northeast. Yeah,
somewhere.
He ended up in a banner chassis. It's kind of a new design, sort of. I forget what was weird about it. Something was never could get the thing to hook right or something. And he quit pulling. Of course, we know the Ferry Brothers.
Rotten, Mean, and Nasty.
Yeah, Rotten, Mean, and Nasty.
Yep.
That was a banner tractor.
Now, I wonder which one that is. I see a PTPA number there.
Yeah. You haven't checked the small block.
That painted in the background, is that like a Virginian paint job there on that Mini? Now, can't think of the guy's name.
John Foley.
John Foley. John Foley. Yeah, that's who I was trying to think of. Yeah, Mike Walker. Yeah, it is John Foley's tractor in the background. Yep.
Well, so that's a Virginia owner.
Oh, yeah.
It does say Virginian on the side of that little blue Mini.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I got it on my phone so I can zoom it in and look.
Of course.
That'd be Art Farms.
Yep, Art Farms with the Green Monster. Oh, boy.
Lloyd McVeigh.
Boy, what a machine that was back in the
Yep.
day.
That was what, Super Tiger, right? Super Tiger, didn't we call that?
Super banana.
Super Banana.
Super banana.
That's
Yeah,
not the
four-
most. Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. Now 426 Hemi with turbos on.
The most interesting part of this picture here is that flagman standing there.
Yes.
And that is Oz Armament.
Oz Armament, you bet.
Yep. And
I
if
just
it
tried
had
to look
color,
up ring winners.
Which we know that's a Banner Brothers, probably Banner
Yeah.
Brothers Brown back in the day. And something else probably a lot of people didn't know about the tall exhaust on these older vehicles, Bill.
Yes. Back then, the rule was the exhaust had to be above the driver's head.
Wow.
Then they
so
eventually changed it to like 12 inches above the exhaust port. But back then, they had to be above the driver's head.
Wow.
And some of
So
the V12 Allison tractors, my gosh, you see anything come down, Charlie, you saw those freaking pipes and a great big V. You know, it's amazing how tall they were.
the guy that drove this tractor took care of it, liked his Pabst Blue Ribbon. There's a beer can on every exhaust there.
I would share comments, but you can't see it at least not on my screen. Yeah, we all miss Oz for sure. You bet. The most distinctive voice in tractor pulling.
Yep,
For sure.
absolutely.
Oz actually pulled for a while. He had a tractor called the Gold Digger.
Gold Digger, yeah.
Can't tell you.
Now, I'm sure Dave Moore
That-
knows, right?
Sure what?
You know who that tractor is, right?
Oh.
Well, I don't know who. I can't remember who it is.
Got an
It looks,
international trip. I said it's got international travel sitting behind it.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure, JR.
I don't know either. I was just picking on you.
Well, you know, I
That's
pulled
interesting.
against a lot of the unmodifieds. I mean, because back in the day, it was smoker tractors and modified tractors. That was all they pulled.
That's
You
right.
know,
That
Multiple
tractor there, that tractor there is Vern Miller,
okay.
and he sold that to Les South.
Oh yeah,
Yes,
Les South run that for a number of years, and then
that would have been called the Foxy Lady when Les Hawk bought it.
Fox Lady, and then it went to Europe.
There's another picture of it
So
there.
they've been-
Yeah, you can't miss a design or the front wheels. Is a dead giveaway there.
Got the Kragers on the front.
That became the Foxy. Who'd you say Vern Miller had this before?
Vern Miller, yep.
Yep. Okay.
If I remember right, he was one of the first owners of the Buck, and then he sold out, and I think Art Funholster bought his stuff.
Okay. Wow. Couldn't tell you.
Couldn't tell you.
We got him stumped, man. We're doing good today.
I had a lot of fun looking at all the detail on these pictures.
There's a banner tractor.
I think if I recall remember, I think most of these pictures are probably dated about 75. I think these were on 75.
I didn't start
That's-
pulling until 76, so, and plus this is a national pool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's when we started going to the Buck was 75.
Who's John Deere in the background?
I want to know who's camping in the old tent there in the back.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid to touch my phone to blow it up. But I mean, I don't know if that's a McQueen tractor, or I know Kendra's family had a 4320. Terry and Price,
think-
and
The pictures I saw, I don't think I remember seeing any with like the exhaust looking like that.
there's
Kind
the
of like
similar.
coming out there on the top.
Yeah, there's had that big bubble on it and come out like similar to that. but
An-
I don't
Anthony
know.
Baumgardner in the chat says wanted to know if that was Joe Fonestock by chance.
Not that far back.
Yeah.
And he's watching, I'm sure, because he texted me and told me he was, but
Okay.
nah, I don't think so.
I was gonna say I didn't remember his name that far back. Yeah.
Well, something that I noticed on that John Deere tractor that I'm not certain, but it looks like it might have had Krieger rims on the front of it. The way it's turned, it
Yeah,
looks like
that
it might have
wouldn't
had
have-
aluminum rims.
That wouldn't have been anybody down this way then.
Mm-mm.
But Tom Savage, the Alabama splitter, he had a bubble in his hood like that, but he didn't have chrome rims on it.
Okay. Huh.
That was easy enough.
What's that? Yeah, it's talking about cleats on a tire.
Yep,
Jeez.
Yep.
Wow.
yep. Right off the combine.
We're long skidder.
Yep.
Some of them guys had skidder tires on.
You got any pictures, JR, of Jimmy Kendall's not the 440 Dodges, but he had a tractor that had two small block Fords on it. 392 Fords or something like that. I don't know if you have any pictures of that or not. Okay.
I don't know
And
of
then-
any.
And then his 440, his twin 440s. And I went down into Lovettsville. So, guy, you remember the name of that guy, Bill? Bought Jimmy's twin 440s.
Oh, boys and
Bob
girls.
Evans. It was a Bob Evans guy. That was his name, Bob Evans.
Mm,
But and I don't know what happened to it after that.
This
Pretty
guy
early
had
for
some-
blower engines. It had to be. I'm gonna stop here real quick. Blower engines back in '75. That was definitely not usually a state or regional tractor. That's
no.
Right.
something you saw on a national circuit only.
The first blower tractor I remember pulling at the Buck was Les Landis had he bought a banner tractor with a single blown on it, called it Wild Turkey. And it'd run 1 week and next week it'd be blowed up. He only run it for a couple of years.
There was a tractor that pulled Bill. It was real black, black and real pretty. Charlie Hawkins and Leroy King. You remember that tractor?
Well,
Okay. We had national pulls at Frederick, and they came in and pulled with them guys. And I'm trying to think whether that was a single engine blown or not. It was kind of a big step up from the regular tractors.
you know, when I see
that's a Stalford sled. The
Yeah.
Stalford that had Stalford diesel built sleds too.
Yeah. Now Clint Yance just posted said that boy, I pulled that thing back many, many, many times to the starting line. But,
when I seen this picture here, my first thought went to who came up with a smart idea of putting a sideways seat right in front of the wheel on this side.
Yep.
Apparently they
before that, they stood on the freaking pan.
They stood on the pan
Okay.
and put
Yeah.
it in gear.
Yeah.
And then they moved the seat back to the first tandem, and they sat there and put it in gear. And then I think, didn't they put a piece of plexiglass up later
Yeah.
on because they were getting hit by rocks?
And I remember, and they wore a helmet too.
Yeah.
Yes. And I don't know if he's watching tonight, but Jerry Hershey did a lot of that sled work.
Jerry Hershey.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Yep. He sure did.
Jimmy Grice, which was Harry Grice boy son.
Yep.
Stone,
Yes, we did.
name, I lost the name. Spickler. Gene, the one Spickler boy. ran.
Galen?
Gene Spickler.
Oh, Gene?
Yeah,
Okay.
Gene, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
this
You had a
sled
saying.
still
Go ahead. Yeah, it's still used today.
this
Right?
sled
Yeah,
still
yeah.
resides at Rough and Tumble, and they use it for their antique tractor pulls there.
Well,
I
not
thought,
that.
did
Oh,
Newville
it's a
buy it?
I
Yeah,
thought
Newville.
Newville had that sled.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it was
Newville
another
has it.
sled, another buck sled. I don't know. But Newville bought their buck sled when
Yeah. And then
Okay.
the
Maybe I'm
Southeast tractor pulls had a sled about like it. And it went to Virginia when we sold.
Yep.
Yeah, Clint says it's at Newville.
Yeah, it's out in Newville. So,
Okay.
Bill, there was a saying when the flower tractor started coming around. What was that saying? You said it's the ruination of the sport.
Oh, okay, yeah. I think that was the first year I pulled. We were at a pull over in Spring Grove over at Fairway Speedway, and here come this guy in with a tractor with a blown Hemi on it. It's the first time we ever run it, and me and the homies were standing there and said, "Right there is the ruination of tractor pulling." So it was my first one.
It's first big blue. That's comical. Okay, let's move on from the slide.
Don Harnish.
Yeah.
Loudmouth line. Of course, the Howman brothers with a single one.
Digging dozen.
Can't tell you.
Don't remember that one. That's Howman again.
Yeah.
Now there's Bargy, the judge. See how tall them dang pipes were? That's all you saw coming down the track. Those pipes. Pretty comical.
The one that has the year-round cab on the Oliver. Can't think of his name.
Chamberlain.
Yeah.
Ralph
his pipes was like that too. I never thought about that. I never asked why the pipes are so tall.
Yeah, that was not sure.
What's that?
That's the same tractor again.
Yeah.
There's Chamberlain. So then they call it the honk.
The honker.
Yep.
Yeah, down there below it says year-round cab.
Yeah, I don't know whether they was a sponsor. I know year-round cab back in the NTPA days was a sponsor NTPA, and I know he had that on. Then he had a grill on that. Later had a grill of an Oliver on the front of it, or on a tractor, I should say. Maybe not this one.
Yeah.
And
there's Tim again.
I think we're back at the beginning again. I think that's it of them. Yeah.
We still got a couple hundred more to go, JR.
Oh yeah. Like I say, it ain't gonna do it all in one show.
I was just kidding. Kidding.
But I'll get you guys chat real quick. I'll go ahead and pull this video up.
Well, here,
back
I dug up
19...
the picture of the Price tractors. I know Dave wants to.
I remember, in I graduated in 76. So 74, a couple of us young guys, I think it was Denny Price and John Griffith, and then we decided to have a tractor pull at our FFA grounds there in Boonesboro. And we went around and got sponsors at the dealers, and it was funny. You get a $50 sponsor today. It took that much to get gas to get back there. But anyhow, we went to all the places, and Thomas's, Terry Price, Eddie Harmon, and Glenn Darnell all wanted to come support us. And then we run farm tractors the rest of the show. And it was kind of neat. Paul Stahl had the sled, and anyhow, we had this pull on like a Friday. There you go. There's one of the later one though.
I don't know. I don't think he's got many pictures of. I remember which one you're talking about.
Yeah. But anyhow, we had this pull on like a Friday, and on Monday morning when we went to school, all the kids in school, all they talked about was deer power and the streaker. It was so funny. The deer power and the streaker, and it was Glenn Darnell's V8 then too. It wasn't.
Yes.
You know,
he had
his
big
first
black
tractor.
Chevys. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. That was
Layton still,
1974.
Yep. Yeah, I remember the streaker. I know some of my cousins used to go with us early on. They loved that prismatic lettering on the side of the tractor. You know, it
Yep.
changed colors.
You heard the night that Glenn Darnell picked the front end up on the streaker and the front axle fell off, so it went back under the tires. We took a wild ride.
Yeah.
That's a good one, JR. Show that
Yeah,
one.
like a big front end. And we picked the front end up, and the pin must have dropped out. It held the
I'll be
front
darned.
end.
That's a long way. That's a long way back. I can't quite remember.
Yeah, and he run over top of it, and then the sled went over there.
I'm sure I would have remembered that. I probably one of the rare times we used to go every Saturday night, but I mean, we missed a few here and there. What do we got here?
What do you got there?
Down through the cornfield.
Yeah.
Wow.
Testing it
that?
out.
Yeah.
That is
think-
hilarious.
That was probably that'd have been one of the later ones, right?
Yeah, that would have been their super stock back when they quit, and then sold it to Robert Riggs down in Damascus.
I remember that name. Yep.
Yep.
I'll be darned.
I just love that. Going down through the cornfield.
Oh my.
Everything was OSHA approved, don't you worry. And I'm sure there was some sort of sled with a pickup truck on the back.
Okay, this is a video. It was posted on 3 weeks ago or something like that. But there'll be some supers on here, some mods, I think. I'll wing it, sound wise. If I hear you starting to talk, I'll try to hurry up and hit pause. Set the stage. Here we go. Oh, 1980. That ain't that far back.
Frank Stifler.
Yep, Porky Pig. That would have been the second version of Porky Pig.
Yeah.
If the volume's too loud or too soft, let me know. That's an easy one. Even Bill Grove drove this tractor. Not this particular one, maybe, but
The Luckenbill. That's
Black Magic.
Craig driver.
Who is that flagging? I'm sorry. Starting line.
I don't know. I remember that guy flagging, but I can't tell his name.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead, Duane.
I was always curious how that thing stuck together. It looked like the frame was only about 2 or 3 inches tall.
Yep. Now, I got a story about this guy. This guy you're seeing right here.
Yeah.
I got a story to tell you about this guy. That is Mr. Bill Grove, version number 2 of his modified.
Mighty Mouse too.
Listen to her scream like a chainsaw. Your Corvette's that came out of?
Gary
There's
Mills.
a question in the comments below.
Yeah, we stopped there in a minute. I'm not sure if Bill Grove can see. Greg Fleischer was asking if that was a Burns and Yost engine in Black Magic.
As far as I know, it was. That was their first. I'd say 80 was the first year for a blower motor. They run fuel injection before.
Right.
I think that's Burns and Yost used to have on the side of it. But,
So what year was the
that's
Corvettes in the backyard? You got those 327s out of?
62 and 64. That's
Some
go ahead.
Hey, Dan
the
Brinsinger's in here.
the finish line flagger with the white pants and the red shirt is Oz. There, I actually have him on
Yeah.
some of the pictures that I have.
Yeah, he's still flagging them yet. Tractor Gary's running there. Is the one Bill Haynes ended up with. Now that was a 5 Marlboro pulling there, and you take that back down to 50 and put a second motor on it for the 7.
Yeah, and the red he had a red tractor too. He did the same thing. He'd add a second engine in it. If you remember, I
No,
guess.
not the red one. No, it was just a
Got pictures
single.
of it. I got pictures of it. I got proof.
It must have been this must have been painted red before, because the red one he had was
Could be. I could be.
the one that Carl Kreider bought.
Let's call Mike Mills. He'll know. Josh Stevens said that Dave Becker flagged sometime too there.
Yes, he did.
Yep.
Okay. Let's move on here.
Bill on.
Sounds like an expensive engine to me. Mike Walker, I'm going to prove you guys wrong. I promise you.
That's
Okay.
Nate Wolf. Nate
Who is
Wolf.
it?
Nate Wolf from Bedford.
Thank you.
Yeah, the Barry farm in Bedford.
See, that would have been Alfred Wells' first tractor. Then Todd went and Joe Foster.
I got to give that dude justice. Go over that history again, Dave.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
What you just
that
said.
was that would have been Alfred Wiles, 4010. Then Todd went bought it, and then it went to Joe Fonestock.
Okay.
And then after Joe sold it, it went to Randy Payne down in Kentucky.
Okay. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Holy moly. Tractor got around. We all know who this is.
Yep.
Mr. Delaware. That would be Coleman Wheatley.
That was Gary's tractor with 2 motors on it.
Come on, give me some focus. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, with Pat running it, right?
That was a Landis tractor.
Yep.
Oh Lord. Real quick, I will say Greg Peischer's in the chat here, and Greg Peischer did end up buying the weapon from Donnie Landis and ran it, I think, one season, off and on with Interstate and stuff. And I don't know what became of that, Greg. If you'll let us know what you did with that.
That's right, again. That's really good.
Finger tooling. Greg Peischer said he ran it 2 years and it got sold to Florida. Well, the Western Pennsylvania tractor.
Yeah, right.
For as big as those cleats are, there's really not a lot of dirt piling up. But now that you can see clearly on the video,
New Yorker.
John Shaw.
Yep.
Didn't he have a mod with like turbos on the bill? It looked like horns coming up out of it.
Yeah, they call it the Longhorn.
Yeah, I remember that.
Had 2 big blocks on it.
Let me try.
We actually had some pictures of the Longhorn on our last show. Or did we? Yeah, I think we did.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit last week there, and they were talking about Stauffer Brothers and the Underdog and the Sneaky Pete. And I don't want to get in that argument, but the Underdog had the aluminum wheels on it because he run the 5 and the 7, and Sneaky Pete run the 7 and 9
with white.
Yeah, or the orange ones or whatever. But I can't remember the color.
The orange ones, yeah.
But I'll never forget. We'd all be at the Buck, and everybody look around the super stocks, look around, and no Deutsches, and then we all kind of said, "Man, we got a chance to win tonight." And then
those things were tough.
Next thing you know, over the hill they came. Over the hill, they were tough. They guys were tough as nails. And we was talking about Harry Grace. I remember him way back, but his wife worked in registration too, right?
Right, Mary.
Yep.
Mary Grace.
Yep, I thought so. Yep, I thought so.
Won't work. Okay.
There, I do have a bunch of pictures of those Deutz tractors, but they haven't shown up yet.
Cough, cough, JR.
I'm sorry.
Duane just said that he has a bunch of pictures of the Deutz, but they haven't showed up yet. I was like, cough, cough, JR.
Next show.
You remember the Pennsylvania Pull-Off magazine that we used to get, Bill?
Yeah, we talked about that last week. Yeah, it was published out of our New Holland office, which is less out.
Okay.
Run.
I have a box above my office here in my shop, like a tote, and it's full of pull-off. And Mike Walker's just drooling to come down and go through them with me sometime.
Well, actually, when they closed the Pennsylvania office over there, Les South gave me a box of all the pull-off magazines from the beginning to the end.
Wow.
And I had them for a while. I gave them to JR, and I think that Mike ended up with them, right? Yeah. So
I would only have the ones when I forget which year I joined Pennsylvania Tractor Pullers, but I have them from the time I joined till either they went out or I quit pulling with them or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
It's
a whole
just hard
tote
to-
full of them.
It's just hard to believe nowadays with the internet and stuff. You can instantly find out how many points you have or whatever. That you used to wait the end of the month to see where you're in the point standings, and then they had all the pulls and the distances in, and it was
Yep.
something different. Where'd our host go?
Say, where did you? He didn't like fall out of his chair, did he?
He went to get that. He went to get that picture of that red tractor with the 2 engines on that he was going to prove everybody wrong on.
It'll take me a coon's age to find that.
Anyway, I was when I first started. There was a couple of the pictures of the Pull Off magazine and some of them classic Facebook pages, classic tractor pages, and
Trying to find
it was pretty interesting to see all the results and then match all the pictures that I had up to that stuff.
I can do here real quick. Let's see.
Yeah, he went to start the generator just in case.
I'm right here. I never left the room, smarty pants.
I wanted to make sure everybody heard that comment Kevin Landis just left.
Oh, shit. No, yeah. No, I think we're good to go tonight. Let me.
Hey, it's too bad when you start getting old, you might have to use the bathroom more than every hour.
When you get old?
Oh,
When? Thanks.
no,
Let's see.
that was.
Just in the morning when you take your water pill.
I actually dropped my cell phone over here when I went to struggle to get down there to pick the darn thing up. Almost fell forward. That happens a lot. Don't it, Greg?
I'm glad you came back. Glad you came back this time. The last time you were gone for good.
I heard the applause. Everybody was happy. So. This. I'm looking through pictures here real quick, trying to find that.
Last week, the first tractor that was on there was a single fuel injected big block that I didn't know the name of. And I did some studying this week, and it was either Dave Johnson's hot potato tractor or after he sold it to Carl Vogel out in Rochester, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I'm going to pull that up real quick, Greg. Now that you say that.
But don't worry about it. Just
it's no problem, really.
Bill, are you talking about the one that had twin engines on it?
no, the one before that, the first one.
Oh,
there,
yeah,
there
red
was
one.
a picture of a twin with a
The
fuel
twin, there's
injection.
a twin right after that.
Is
Yes.
Oh, I go.
Yeah,
That,
That one right there, yeah.
Yeah,
I go.
that one there.
Yeah, he was sponsored by Kendall and Budweiser and all the big brands.
Who was Banner Brothers sponsored by? When they come into the Hagerstown Speedway, it was a clothing store, like a jeans,
Right.
some kind of jeans.
Say probably Wrangler.
That's right.
Wrangler was a big
Okay, because
Oh.
they brought their tractors downtown Hagerstown and parked them on the sidewalk, at this clothing store, whatever it was back then. Who knows what the store was, but yeah, downtown Hagerstown, they set them on display when they came to the pull at the Hagerstown Speedway.
You remember when TNT, I guess, when we were pulling with them,
Yep.
Redman sponsored them, and every pool you went to, Ronnie Hickson had the sled, and he'd give you how many cartons of Red Man chewing tobacco, whatever you wanted. I never chewed tobacco. I had a lot of friends did. They look forward to me going to pool
Right.
and coming back with a carton of Red Man. Well, when NTP was stole for a while, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gold
stole.
Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. You can't see it very well, but it's Big Ben by Wrangler on the
Yep.
fender.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have a book here. I know it has that tractor with twins on it. I'll find it. Anyway,
This was the Banner tractor that could it had 4 engines on this picture, but I think it had room for 5.
Well, I think the most was what, 7? Angler had 7 on at one time, correct?
Yeah, Tim. Yeah, he had them hanging on the doors of his hauler and everything else.
That's the one. That's the one that Earl Henderson bought. It had 7 motors on it. He bought it.
Okay.
And then Randy Davis also have it, and then
Randy just had the frame.
the frame. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Henderson ran the tractor with engines and all. Yeah, won a
Yeah.
championship with it too.
So how did that work? Did they pull engines off for certain classes and then add them back on?
Yep.
Well, basically back then they run one class. I don't know, what was it, 9? What was it?
They run 12 open.
92 or something. I don't know, but anyhow, they didn't yank any motors. But they found out that basically it did better with 6 on than it did with 7. Both pools they went to only run 6.
I guess I might be getting ahead of JR here, but I have pictures where they have an engine sitting on the ground with a jib, like a crane in the background where they could lift it. And then there's a spot in the front of the tractor where it sat, where it hooked in. It was pretty cool. A lot of detail.
Yeah, unfortunately, the other videos won't play in that format. I got to reformat them to play here. So that's 902. We did good. We got an iron out of it. So
Greg Fisher says that Bunnage had the best with 9.
yes,
Holy cow!
Wow.
9 440s and 11 open.
Wow.
Sounds like an awful lot of maintenance.
Glutton for punishment.
Yeah, back
I
when
was
they were carbureted and you run forever.
Can you imagine keeping up with 9 engines now through a regular pulling season?
I'd hate to be the one changing spark plugs in between pulls.
Be a full day affair.
Yeah.
You probably run the same plugs all year.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
2023.
I think about the days back in the smoker days when I first started. I mean, we went to junkyards and where semis were at and try to find big turbos, and we didn't put new stuff in our tractors. Used bearing. I worked at Glay Hill Tractor Mart and had a 5-gallon bucket of engine bearings. And whenever somebody, Thomas's or whoever, needed bearings, I'd bring the bucket home and they root to them and find their set of bearings. And we didn't buy nothing new. I mean, it was crazy back then. And you know what? It was fun back then. But
I remember Dad and Dale going and getting a whole bunch of like old generators and stuff like that from junkyards. Yep. They take the gooseneck and just come back with a pile of stuff.
Yep.
I made the comment last week when we had a picture of Bill Almany's tractor. So I remember when he bought that 429 Boss motor, he got it from Holman Moody, and he paid $7,000 for that engine. I couldn't believe somebody spend that kind of money on a pulling truck.
Yeah.
Dang.
Now what do they spend?
That was unheard of back then. I mean,
you couldn't even buy a cylinder head for that.
Yeah.
Tammy Brensinger said hi, Bill.
I seen that.
Okay.
That was a fortune.
Well,
we had $3,500 in our tractor back in the day. That was big money.
And now what you towed around with cost more than that,
right? Yeah.
Check something real quick, guys.
Buy a new Weimer turbo for 17. So it's
unreal.
Yep. Yep.
That's
it is.
Changed oil each season.
Yeah.
Season.
Yeah, Landis with the 440s. Yeah.
Holy moly. You
Don't
tell
mind me,
somebody
I'm
that
just
in today's
perusing
world and
looking
they
for
laugh
stuff
at you pretty hard.
Yeah, we changing our pro stocks every 4 passes. So
Yeah, say Norm's about every 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's
the modified 4-wheel drives, the guys that's running on gas instead of alcohol, they can get a whole season out of oil. Mike,
is that right? Is that right?
He runs all year on. They don't get any dilution.
Right.
I'm looking.
Say, JR looks like he's looking pretty hard for
Yeah, I'm just.
I think he's
I found it. I'm going through some certain video. Only a certain video file will play here on this format. So I found the old dude, 1996 run of the old dude. Now it's just short, so that it's going to look like it's on a cell phone, so to speak. Let's see if we can get that to play real quick here.
That's wild.
Yeah,
that was a fast run back in them days.
Yeah.
Wow.
A finish line flagger should have really thought about that sled setting. But I know I know the promoter of that pool wanted to pull off. So
that was Westminster, wasn't it?
that was Bel Air.
Oh, Bel Air. Okay.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I got a couple more now. I think I got Gary Mills on here.
No,
not the Red Twin.
Kevin says they used beer kegs for the fuel tank and water tank, hooked 117 times one season.
Wow. To see you do that today.
You wouldn't.
Lord, no. Where is that screaming turbine at?
Hooking 20 times makes me feel like I would have a headache. That's four oil changes for the season at 20 times. Or 5.
I was going to play that tractor, but I won't. See.
He raps on his desk when he's trying to find something. Did you hear that?
That's not me. That's not me rapping on the desk.
That's me.
That's somebody else.
Bill's getting impatient.
Bill's like, okay, get him up there.
I'm getting bored.
You're getting bored. Well, let's see. I don't understand why I can't.
While you're hunting, I'll tell you a story about Donnie Williams' friend Bob. He was down Flemington, New Jersey with the tractor he was running and took the tractor transmission out of it, broke something, and it wouldn't move forward. And he couldn't figure out how he was going to get it loaded. And Greg Manners was standing there beside him. He said, well, why don't you put the tractor transmission in reverse and put your automatic in reverse, and then that'll be 2 reverses, make 1 forward. He said, yeah, that'll work. And you got to know Donnie's dad. He said, you know, it ain't a sin to be stupid, but it comes in damn unhandy sometimes.
Yeah. Here's one for Dave here. Wrong color for him. That would have been
I
Red
remember.
Power.
He was a good old boy, I can tell you.
Harry Grace. Yeah. Then I found another one.
That's back when they were running a TA, scene pool TA.
Yep.
Almost brand new off the showroom floor back then.
This is not old, but it's a look-alike throwback. I got this on birthday.
But here it's back. Gear power.
That's how they were back in the day.
Yep.
With the road sign.
Yep.
How many years ago was that?
Oh, that was just
That was Bill Grimes, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would have been one of the nostalgia shows at the Buck, like 2018.
Yeah.
Somewhere around
Yeah,
there.
I was there for that one.
But that tractor would have been back in the 75, 76 days.
Yep.
Them big steel bars underneath, you seen them for weights. They're like 3 inches in diameter, 2 inches in diameter, and they were 6-7 foot wide. And Donnie was busy farming, and he said, "Hey, how about you taking my tractor and your tractor and going to the buck?" And so I did. And well, he didn't tell me that I had to take a pipe and when I put the chain binder around them weights to take a pipe and tighten them down. So we were coming down 30, and I looked in the mirror, and something was hanging out the side. And pulled in this gas station, and here was these weights. They slid over, and then they went up underneath the oil pan. I mean, there was only one way to get them back, and that's take the binder loose. And they just bing, 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 bing across the blacktop driveway or the gas station. And I had to pick every dang one of them up and put them back up underneath there. And probably 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh my goodness. Let's check this one out real quick. Oops. I guess next time I'll have to do more footage.
When I seen that tractor up close at Nostalgia Night at the Buck, I was my mind was blown. It was quite the contraption.
Yep.
A lot of those tractors are. It's crazy.
I mean, I think I might have talked about Dave Stengel the last time I was on here, but they all met back at Thomas's there between 2 national pools in this way, and there's another contraption, the mowing called Solid Junk. Yeah, Dave Stengel's. Wow.
There's hoses running everywhere on the thing.
Yep.
There's one more I want to play here. Oh, I guess we can play this one. He's in the chat. We'll play this one. This one goes back to 1996. Got my Hershey bar. Bill Clem.
I got to flag that thing this past year.
That thing?
Yeah,
that thing.
I never got a Hershey bar.
That's funny.
Yeah,
that was one of his favorite things.
I actually won with it one day, didn't you?
Yes, you did. We won't discuss the phone call, though. It might not go over well here.
Robert wants to know, what year did Bill quit pulling and start teching?
94 was the last year I pulled.
What year?
94, freshened my tractor up for the next year and sold it to Davy Justin.
And it was never the same.
No, it wasn't.
Now, we were discussing a Todd Wint tractor here.
Now from 20 down Maryland, the man that won the
was that 4010, right?
Yep.
34-year-old Mr. Todd Wint.
Yep.
That's a bad day.
I bet Dave Moore was there that day.
The planetaries on the 4010s are really light, and they have washers on each side of the gears in there, and the washers would rub tight and break, and then the washer would fall down, the thrusters would fall down between the gears, and Yeah,
bust
I
the
broke
housing.
I broke several of them in my early agitator days, but I didn't break them like that.
Wow.
Hmm.
But I've cracked them already. Yeah, and then we started putting needle bearings behind everything. So that would have been Westminster, wasn't
Looked like it.
it? Yeah.
But it was Allison's sled. Didn't Paul Stall usually do that Westminster?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
He
true.
said it was Allison's Terminator sled,
Okay.
but it looked like Westminster.
Oh boy!
So
look
where the
what I just found.
planetaries,
Ooh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Dwayne. Go ahead.
the planetaries in those 4010s, were they all straight cut gears or were they
Yes.
helical?
No, they're straight cuts.
Straight cut. Okay.
Yep.
Look what
Yeah.
I found.
That if it was, there's only maybe one.
Two spot blocks. Look at him go. Tell us a story about that, Grovey. That was,
What you're looking at is two 327 Chevys, not 427.
A little one.
a little one. That was quite the finish that night in that class, correct?
Yes, it was. My daughter wasn't very old then. She'd been about 5 against 6. On the way over to the Buck, my wife said to her, "If Daddy wins the pool off tonight, we're going to buy you this Hart family doll set," which back in around like $70 or something.
Joe just texted me and said that Ty Wentz was at Kingsdale when the wheel broke off.
Okay. So anyhow, there ain't a snowball chance in hell Bill's gonna win the Buck pool off, so she figured she was free. Well, it ended up I missed winning it by a foot. Harry only beat me by a foot. But anyhow, she bought her the doll fit anyway. That's the story behind that.
So, Duane, can you see this?
We got cut off by the video there.
Yeah.
That's all right. I don't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to show you that planetary system is this, this system like that. And then they're all straight cut gears. So,
because if what I was thinking is on our planetaries for our trucks, they're helical cut, and so it forces them off to the side when there's pressure on them, and so they want to eat the washers off the side of them if you're not careful.
Yeah. See, that's the problem we got. Like in our cam gears and stuff on our front of our engines, they're all helical cut gears on the stock, and we got to put straight cut on because you'll just snap the end of the cam right off. It just walks it. It just binds it. And same way in the transmission. I'm actually got a transmission here, and I'll show you this quick. These are all the straight cut gears. Can you see them?
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. And see all the stock gears are helical cut. So it's
Then
nice
people wonder why you get so much money in it. Yeah.
What'd you say? I didn't hear.
That was like a nice little show and tell. Like, here,
yeah.
what we got.
I had to get up out of my chair. My back's hurt me. I don't usually sit that long.
And the reason for the helical cut gears is they're quiet.
Yeah.
Where the straight cut gears are noisy, and the helical gears they're quieter, and that's why they run them and stuff.
We'll play this one real quick. This was a nemesis to many a diesel guy. That was back in the days of me holding a video camera up on my shoulder.
I bet that was Westminster.
That was Westminster.
For sure.
The old rebel sled.
I think I got one more I want to play here real quick.
I was going to comment on the nice safety equipment that tractor had on, like roll guard and all of that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that was 95, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was the year after he won the champion. He won the championship. No, Dickerson won it. Yeah, 96 because 95 he won the championship. This was the year.
That's the Clint Yance put on about the original Steeler tractor. That wasn't.
No,
that
that was a T21.
Yeah, that's a Connor Brothers tractor there, Brian.
Yeah,
Ernie Connor.
Medicine. Yep. Bad medicine. Yep.
I remember the Super Steeler tractor exploding at the buck
Yeah.
on the starting line. Remember that?
Yep.
Lifted the head off of it, and block up, fell to pieces, and oh my, that was a mess.
Here's a nasty one of Kevin Windsor. Man, he took a ride this day.
Keystone last year, huh?
Yeah. This is old baby blue here.
Yep.
From Wisconsin.
Oh yeah.
Got his helmet off. He said he was a little sore after that.
A little.
That looked really rough.
Rides like that ain't fun at all. You know, you've seen how many of them when they get in a bad like ride like that, and then they wind up rolling them over.
Yeah.
What was the dealership that had the 3 Fords Kevin bought that off of?
Snyder, wasn't it?
Snyder's, yeah. Snyder's had the Ford dealership up in Tamaka, and they had 3 tractors. Kevin bought that one. That was a fine tractor.
You remember we went up there, JR, to put a East Coast pole one up there.
Yes. Yep.
And him and his wife were there, and I think he made a test pass. I think he asked if he could make a test pass on it.
He made 2 of them that night. I have it on video.
Yeah. The most money he spent was sending his Simpson valve out and getting a new one because his other one was just rusted up. But other than that, the water worked fine, and that's all he did to it. Was just put a new Simpson water valve on it. So,
hilarious.
Going back to the rough ride thing, there was a John Deere tractor this summer that had a little bit of a rough snap back and forth, and I think the driver had his arm broken from it.
Yeah, that's Bunnage. That happened to one of the Bunnage brothers. I can't remember which one, Steve or one of them.
Yeah, but didn't you say it was? Did you say it was a mod or a smoker tractor?
This Bunnage has a modified.
Yeah.
No, but didn't Duane say John Deere?
Yeah.
I think it was a John Deere. I think it was a smoker tractor.
I
forget who it was.
2 drivers this year that, they both had broken arms.
Yeah,
who was that? I remember that was. I remember
video.
it happening.
Thanks a lot, Josh.
Full of knowledge he is. I want to play.
Definitely Bunnage did. I know that, but yeah, I'm trying to think of who that was.
I don't know.
I can't remember. It'll come to me like tomorrow afternoon at a random time.
This one here's
Front of competition.
Skip's engine here. That's 90, or is it 2000? I can't remember when that was.
Who's that? Was that Petro's tractor?
Yeah, Randy Petro. Yeah.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Let's see. Gosh, there's so many of them here. Some of it's new stuff. We're not into the new stuff tonight, right? Ho! Let's see if I know Dave Moore remember this one. I know that for a fact. Who? What a weekend that was! bell?
Yeah, where was that at?
Jessup, Georgia.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. Whoever knew Jessup, Georgia would ever get that cold in the frickin' summer night? Well, I guess it was.
I mean, it
fall.
did 1 year.
Yeah, we know that. It did 1 year, one weekend. Holy
And
moly.
had frost on the windshield, and they said it's the first frost they had. I don't know, but it was
It was cold. And I was not dressed for it, I can tell you that. I was the next day.
Sold out of sweatshirts.
yeah.
I wasn't sure. I don't think I've ever heard him spin no.
Do you guys think speed is too fast? Put that up here for y'all.
It's a very very hot topic sometimes.
Any comments on that?
Well, one thing I can say is that the speed's not bad anymore because they got a sled to control it and the vehicle's too. And you can ask Dave, with the sled speeds they have now, there's a lot less breakage of parts. You know, if you remember back in the day when you're pulling them sleds, it was always busting something or gears or. Plus the parts are a lot better now too. But which would you rather pull, Dave? A sled going 30 mile an hour or one going 12?
Yeah, I mean, I get it. I know this is not the first time this question was brought up there, Josh. I mean, it's been brought up several times, and especially if you want to go back to the older guys that pulled back when Bill and I started, the Thomases and the Prices and that, and they'll all tell you it's a race now.
Yeah.
It is to a point, but it's still. I mean, the power we're making today is just ungodly, and it's still, it's just the way it is, and it just puts on a better show for the fans. It's kind of like a pull-offs. We quit doing pull-offs on the East Coast because, Bill, you know why? People, when them tractors go past 300, the fans went crazy, and so then we started running 320s, and and I'm not a fan of. I don't like to see us get much over 330, 340. Every now and then it happens, but I don't like it much farther than that. But it just, the fans just love it. They go crazy, and so I don't know. It's back in the days when we had to drag it. And like I said, many times we won pools. Well, not me back then, but in the guys that won back in the days when I first started could win the pool at 150, 160 feet. They won the pool. And there was, 10 or 15 vehicles there. And it just wasn't fun back then, like as far as the distance as it is today.
Right.
Yeah. The fans want to see the 30-mile-an-hour runs. That's just all there is to it.
Yep.
Look at the durability factor. Dragging something that heavy.
Yeah. And as far as having pull-offs, everybody says, well, you don't want no pull-offs anymore. Well, there's a lot less equipment now.
Yep. Well, we're all dry block and everything, and it takes so long to cool down. And
if you want to have equipment through the whole year, you don't have pull-offs. And I think the NTPA learned that from years back. Remember, they brought back the top 3 in every class.
Yep.
To run the weekend.
Yep.
And all they ended up with was junk.
Yep. They couldn't make the whole point series,
Well, for me, being on the receiving end, finish line flagging, it actually doesn't bother me that they come fast. I mean, I feel sometimes if they're fast, it's a more uniform show because you can read them all. If it's slow, then it's a little bit harder to gauge what's going on because it takes too long.
You know, back in the early days, there was only one flagman on the track. He started and finished.
Right.
You know,
Run
So,
down through.
yeah,
That's a good way to get your exercise for the night.
yeah. Well, you do it today's the way the speed is on the tracks today. You better be a healthy young person. That's all I got to say.
You better have a scooter.
There you go. There you go.
Kendra's got one.
I do not.
Even does Willie's.
Mike Ziegler had one, but I don't know after that one time in Winchester when he flipped it. I don't know if he give it up then or not.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I won't
I
play
heard
this.
the
one.
Kevin's got a good comment there.
I heard the crowd going nuts down there, Kendra and you guys, and I mean, and there wasn't anything pulling. I thought, what are they going crazy about? Mike Ziegler was coming down, but ahead of Linda coming out on the track. He was coming down and flipped his scooter in front of the grandstand. Oh my!
Kevin Landis said, "Remember what Papa tell us about splitting in a pull-off? We only split firewood where we're from."
There you go.
I'll play this 1998 clip real quick. The Big Show. He had to be pretty young in 1998. Corey Forrest.
He's 53 or 54 now, I think.
Okay. I knew he was a little younger than me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool stuff.
I better take that back. I think he's only 52.
Yeah,
He watches that, he'll be like, hold on a second.
I thought I was about 5 years older than him.
52 years ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I know Kurt's older than him.
Yeah.
And Kurt's still younger than me, so. That's wrong again. Oh, I really don't have anything else in the format from the old days that'll work. What is this? Hey, I remember this one, Bill Grove. This is back when the old girl got woke back up. Yeah. That was Craig Luckenbill.
Yep.
Back in the driver's seat again. Pretty neat.
That was a fun tractor to drive.
Yeah, you drove it a couple times, didn't you?
Quite a few times. His brother Kurt was a big boy. He was heavy, and he couldn't get it in the 5 mile, and his friend couldn't be there, and I drove it.
Okay. Huh. Well, there's a bunch of stuff here, but it's getting to be newer stuff now, so.
We're getting out of the 90s.
Oh yeah. Yeah. This is an interesting run. We can look at some silly stuff here real quick. Well, I wouldn't say silly, you know. Josh Stephen wants to know, how many pulling vehicles did you run, Bill Grove?
Over the years.
Yep.
Well, I drove Luckenbill quite a bit, and Ted House tractor I drove a couple times, and Landis's 2-wheel I drove some, and Harry Harmon's 2-wheel I drove some. So that's good many.
Oh, you did run Omni's 2-wheeler.
Not the old one he had, the Ranchero.
Yeah, yeah.
He had an old Ranchero with a blown 460 in it. I drove it a couple of times.
I'll be darned.
There's a story about, I'll tell a story quick about the night me and Harry went to Rochester to Fort Rick Bike Trail, 2-wheel drive, and it was the day that Jeff Eshelman picked up Heidi's toy from Lepley. On the way out there, they stopped at Lepley's and he bought that Heidi's toy or the Ranger. And me and Harry went on out with the Ranchero. So we go off the turnpike out there and went in, got something to eat, come out. He had a tag along trailer here. The hitch was Labor Day weekend. I got him, and this is back before cell phones, and I got a phone book, went into a restaurant, got a phone book, and looked up welders and started calling. Finally, I said, he'll come out and weld it. And we're like an hour away from the pool, and this guy's welding. And he'd get his grinder out, and he'd grind it. And we were backing the truck up the whole time. He was welding. We got to roll, we got to roll, you know. And what took the straw, he got his paint can out and started to paint for his welding. So anyhow, we took off. We'll never make her. So we got out to Rochester, and they had one way out and one way in. So anyhow, we got in line. There's a whole line of cars, and so we ain't gonna make it. So I pull over in the outdoor lane to go in, and I said, "Don't worry about it. Just be a rent-a-cop down there, and I'll explain it to you." We got down there, and there's a township cop. He was going to arrest us on the spot. And I said, "You're going to have to arrest me over here in the pits because that's where we're headed for." He never did come over.
Huh. Here's one of my favorite modifieds from back in the day.
More so than any other tractor. The Terrace Land Smith.
And that goes back to Les Landis when it was called the Sting, and then this was the Greg Manners bought it, called Terrace Land Special, and I forget the guy's name and has it now out in Ohio, or in that's Ohio, I believe. Yep.
That was a strong tractor back in the day.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was fun to watch Manners and Les Houghton go at it. You know. Is there any tractors that burn propane alcohol? Well, yeah, we had some tractors that used to burn propane. Dave alluded to a little while ago with Dave Stengel, and his son. He's a video customer of mine. He's geared more towards the semi trucks, and still runs Stengel Farms out in Indiana, Kewanna, Indiana. We got to talking. And he found out I had some of Bob Landis's old videos. Oh, and his dad was on there. Somebody said, "I want them right now." I said, "Well, I can't drive to Indiana right now," but he was all tickled to know somebody had video footage of his dad pulling. It's pretty cool stuff. Okay, well, I'm not going to pull up any more videos. We're at 9:30 p.m., so I'll keep everybody up all night. So,
see, I'm about ready for bed.
Where did Duane go?
I'm wondering if his computer died.
I didn't even realize Josh Stevens' message was still up there. Sorry about that. Yeah, Bill Grove, he he would let you know when the front end was a little light. A little light on the nose, sunshine.
Sunshine, yeah.
Yeah, I'll have to find that run and put it up as a short on my YouTube channel. She carried the nose pretty high that night at Delta. Pretty high.
You were there for exhibition and put one on.
Yeah. I'll go back through and I know some videographers that burn alcohol. Oh, the young days. Oh, the young days. Yeah. Only when they go to Bowling Green, Kevin. poor Ed Smith. I made a poor impression on him, I guess. 2014. Hey, I was freshly single again, so what the heck. But anyway, I appreciate you guys coming on. You got anything else you want to talk about from the old days? And I mean, I got a slew of older videos. I just have to change the format on them so they'll work here.
I could tell stories for 3 or 4 hours, but nobody will listen to them.
I know that. Yeah. I'll put some more together, and I think next week. I'm not sure 100%. I think next week we're going to have DJ and DJ
Matt.
Group and Matt. Gosh, thank you. I'm terrible with names. Only getting worse. On to discuss the new upcoming year for that crew up there, and i.e. Snyder County Tractor Pullers. And maybe we'll have some more hot dog news from East Coast Pro Pulling. Who knows? I mean, hey, we punched 6 of them in there today. That's awesome. That's a good day. Very good day. So, big things coming. I love it. I love it. Somebody say something. I'm running out of stuff to say.
I think we're all ready for bed.
Yeah. I don't want to keep you. Yeah, I don't want to keep you on any longer. I got to get up early. She's got a 12-hour day. I'll take her to work when she's got 12-hour days because it's like way on the other side of the campus and it's dark, and so we don't want to make her do that. She's feeling better since she got her shot. So
I only have a half day tomorrow. My boss got to play Santa Claus in the afternoon.
I didn't hear what you said, Bill.
No, I said I only have a half day tomorrow.
Oh,
My boss is playing Santa Claus in the afternoon.
Oh, okay.
He belongs to Amherst Club here at home, and they go around to older people that can't get out and stuff, and give them gifts and whatever.
oh,
Yeah,
so
we
you
had
don't play Dirty Santa.
the local fire company here in Boonesboro. They always come out and go down my road and back around some houses. And my 3 grandkids was here last night, and they were all wound up. They had fire trucks and I don't know, about 5 or 6 pieces of apparatus behind them with lights flashing, and they were all excited. So, and then one guy on the fire company we know really well, and so Tina goes and buys him a little gift for him to give him. He's dressed as Santa Claus for him to give the kids, and they were wound up tight. So.
That's cool.
Well, look, you guys have a good Christmas. If I don't talk to you before, and
You too, Dave.
we're just we're just busy here in the shop. I can tell you. So
that's a good thing.
Well, it is. And it's just Davey was here. He was gone. Took a new guy we know that's going to build another new hot farm tractor. He don't have I won't say him building another one, but it's a new guy going to build a hot farm tractor. So that's like 2 every year the last couple of years. Yeah. So that's 2 more coming out this year. So the class is growing. Yep.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. There you go, Duane. Right. More tractors coming your way.
Yep, absolutely. So
all right, Anthony
guys.
Baumgartner, real quick before you disappear, wants to know how's the dyno going?
How is the dyno going? Well, it's funny because the neighbors will come out on the back porch and sit and watch the smoke. So basically, here's the dyno. Can you see it? Okay,
yeah.
So we had a red motor on it for about a week and did some fine tuning, and it's working out good. This motor is going back on. We think there's something wrong with the injection pump a little bit, so we sent it out and had it calibrated, and it's going back on and going to get run a time or 2, and it'll be ready to come off. And then I don't know, Davey's got a list. I'm pretty sure. I think Lamar's coming down this weekend and check things out. We offered a dyno to him that if he wants to run any engines on it also. So yeah, it's coming good. I mean, it's working out really good. So I just hope we can keep up with it. So with the transmissions we're building and the engines we're building and all this other stuff, I guess it'll all come together.
Yeah. Good deal.
So,
Okay.
Is that
There's your
dyno?
answer, man.
what's that?
Dave, is that dyno? Is that strictly for a diesel, or is it like a race car dyno that you can run anything on?
I don't know. It's set up. It's set up for the guy we bought it from. It's only 2 hours running time on it, but he run diesel pickups on it, motors. And so I'm saying, I don't know. I don't know if you can run a gasoline motor on it or whatever, automotive type motor on it or not.
I know some
Probably.
guys around home that build engines, and for sprint cars, they have dynos.
Yep. Well, the thing of it is we're getting to the point where we're just shipping motors far away, and guys don't want them tune them. They want them tuned when they get them, and all the classes are different size turbos and this, that, and the other. So the right way to do it is run them on a dyno, and that way when they leave here, all they got to do is drive it. So. I know a couple of them called Davey and said, well, we did this, we did that. And Davey said, yeah, you didn't drive it. The motor's good. You didn't drive it. So, and there's a lot of truth to that, because there's a lot of new guys. I mean, a lot of these hot farm guys down the Carolina stuff, they're new and they need some seat time. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. Cool. So I know he's got a list of guys coming to run stuff. Our biggest problem right now is building enough stands to bolt to the bell housing, that the frame rails are still intact, that we can just slide the front wheels, roll the front wheels and then have dolly wheels on the back to run right into our dyno and hook up. And then, of course, like the component tractors where you got to lift the engine, we already got that car built for just the engine alone. But just building the carts, I mean, is just taking time. Because, blue tractors, red tractors, green tractors, the bell houses are all different, different bolt patterns, different this. So, but we're getting a handle on it.
Good deal.
So,
That'll keep you busy.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Yep. So.
Okay. All right. Oh, Duane made it back.
Yeah, sorry about that. My pod or router, my wireless decided to kick me off and wouldn't let me back in. So I ran upstairs and plugged in directly to my internet connection. Luckily, I have a direct connection that I could throw in quick, but it took me a little bit of time.
Yep.
Direct connection.
All right. Well, you guys and ladies have a Merry Christmas if I don't talk to you. And if you need anything, you know where I'm at.
Yep. We'll see you later, Dave.
Merry Christmas to you all.
Right. Yep. Take care. See you, Duane.
See you, Dave.
You bet.
Dave.
Yep. Bye.
Bye-bye.
So anyway, well, we're winding down here. It's almost 10 o'clock. Good grief.
Yeah, I knew that it was on my end because I had the podcast running on my phone because it was starting to act a little bit glitchy. And so I realized that you guys were going on without me. So I decided that I messed up. So
At least you didn't lose your electric.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. Bill Groves hanging right in there. He's a
Yeah,
trooper.
I'm about ready for bed.
Yeah, I'm not far from it myself. For sure. I didn't get much sleep last night, so I ain't gonna get much tonight either. Don't look like. That's all right.
So
Oh.
I didn't know what I missed while I was gone, but I guess he's doing a lot of stuff there with his shop and dyno.
Yeah, staying busy. Got them lined up.
Yep.
Pretty much any good dynos will be very busy. So.
Okay, good night. I'm leaving.
All right, thank you, Bill. We'll take a few weeks off and then we'll do her again.
Okay, well, let me know when you want to do it.
I'll holler at you.
I'll go over to the house now and find out what I did wrong.
Yeah, I'll guarantee you she'll critique it. She'll probably have something to say about what's it taking JR so long to put them stupid videos up. Hi, Melody. It's all good.
Okay, good night, please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
See you,
Thank
Bill. Merry
Yep, see
Christmas.
ya.
Yep, Merry
Yep,
Christmas.
you too.
And then there were 3. Merry Christmas, Lynn Clark. Thank you.
I've got nothing else. I don't have an hour and 45 minute show in me anymore.
Sure you do.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Nope.
What's the report on Vern's fleet? Anything going on with Vern Zerby?
I have not talked to him.
Wow.
I've been busy.
I understand. I know you have.
Yeah.
I know you have. I know we're talking in that one chat on Facebook, and I don't see you talking. I could throw all these comments in there, and you don't see Kendra. I know she's busy.
Yeah. Today was not a good day, but
Yeah.
tomorrow's promising to be better. So,
Are we still live?
yeah.
Yes. Yes, we
Okay.
are. Yes, we are. We're still live.
That's
So
what
behave
I.
yourself.
I had no clue what was going on. I have no idea. I was frantic. I was like running with my laptop. I had to unplug and run.
Now you understand what I was going through last Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly.
In the dark.
Well, it worked. It worked fine for a long time. I mean, the last time it was perfectly all right, but tonight it just seemed glitchy.
Huh.
Yep.
Hard to say. Hard to say. But anyway, everybody's hanging in there. We still got 20 some here. And it's actually it just went up. But yeah, check it out. We enjoy doing this old stuff, and we got a whole bunch more coming, but we're not going to do it every week. People get tired of the same old, same old. Again, next week we'll probably have Snyder County crew on, 2 of them, and maybe I'll reach out to a couple others, but we'll see. And now they can tell us what's in store for them for 2024. Kendra, I'm sure soon Interstate's going to start getting their
Yeah, we'll
gears
have our
turning,
first
so-
meeting here in January.
Okay.
I'm not sure if I'll be there with tax season in January. That's going to be, I might still be working when they're having their meeting, but I'll keep everybody updated as much as I can. We should have rule clarifications finished up here soon too. I know we were waiting on a bunch of safety stuff and everything before we published everything.
Right.
So,
yeah, there'll be some.
As far as I know, that's getting finalized right now.
Yeah, there's going to be some turbo rules forthcoming. I know for East Coast PPL, and I'm sure you guys are working on something as well. So, and Duane and your crew up there.
Yep, we got got a lot of stuff that needs to change because we can't ever afford to have that happen again.
Nope, no way. Nope. I'm sorry, I'm tired. But anyway, yes,
man.
JR gets tired. Okay. Well, am I missing anything here? We got all the messages caught up. If I missed your message, I do apologize. I was kind of busy looking backstage here at some other video clips and stuff to put up. So we'll do another history show here pretty soon, probably. I don't even know what day Christmas falls on this year.
I think it's
On Monday. Okay. So we'll have to see how busy the families are. It's still kind of close to Christmas on a Wednesday, so we'll see what's going on. But we'll definitely be back next week, barring any problems. And again, like I say, we'll have Snyder County on and dig in and see what's going on with them. Dig. And we can do Beast of the East. We just got to get Matt freed up.
Yeah, there you go.
Matt and Duane and Chase. I'm supposed to do a show with Chase Steinman. We can do it here. We can do it on his channel, whatever. Maybe we can make it work where both of them are together or whatever. So that could be in the near future as well. So it'd be pretty cool. Plenty to go. So other than that, I'm done. I'm worded out, tired, going to bed. Thanks for being here, Mr. Duane.
Yep, you're welcome. I had a lot of fun again tonight.
Yeah. Yep. Plenty. And you're right. There's a slew of photos coming yet. I got them. It wasn't even a dent. Last week and this week isn't even a dent in that yet. So there's plenty more. We'll get to it for sure. And with that said, I guess we're just about ready to wrap this up. So like, subscribe, share, keep coming back. We post videos daily. Some of it's old, some of it's new. I don't have a ton of new videos from 2023 like I normally do of the season, obviously, because somebody decided to take a fall. And I missed a bunch of events, plus the family. And Mike Walker covered, and bless him, because I tell you, he did a lot of work and saved me, saved the company, if you will, Eastern Extreme, because there was a lot of pools I missed. And, I didn't expect him to go to all of them, but he didn't miss very many, and I sure do appreciate that. So, but anyway, with all that yapping done, that's it for tonight. And we appreciate you tuning in. We'll be back hopefully next Wednesday, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever works out for everybody. Keep an eye on Facebook. See ya.
Adios.